right, it's late. I'm gonna call it a night. You coming?
I can't really sleep.
Randy, do not watch that no-no channel.
I'm not staying up to do that, Sharon. Jeez.
All right, come to bed soon.
Oh, man, that is hot. Now, what I have for you is a nice goat cheese and heirloom tomato frittata. And we're gonna top that with a little creme fraiche.
Randy, you've been watching that channel again, haven't you?
No!
Must be a slow week in news, as basically all of last week was full of just the dumbest fake outrage I've ever seen in my life. In fact, I even made a video about it, and it was so, I felt it was so cringe and astroturfed and fake that I didn't even upload a video on it. But if you were on Twitter, you saw a bunch of fake outrage and a bunch of fake offense, all surrounding some stupid $25 calendar that was supposed to raise money for Riley Gaines. A $25 calendar plus shipping, that 10% of the revenue went to Riley Gaines' foundation. Now, if it's up to me, and I wanted to help out Riley Gaines' organization, literally donating a $5 bill is double what she would get if you bought this great product for $25 plus shipping. But I don't want to be too much of a prude. I know some of my viewers bought the calendar, and it is overall it's harmless. In fact, I don't know how many total people were in it. It was like, I don't know, I assume 12 or 13 conservative women were in the calendar. Really, 9 or 10 of them didn't even say a dang thing about it. They weren't out there trying to pretend to be victims. They weren't out there trying to be, trying to clout chase. They did the calendar. I assume they got paid. I hope they got paid. And they just went about their way. You didn't see Riley Gaines out there pretending to be outraged and all this kind of stuff. But the grift was on, and everybody had to pretend to have some kind of, faux moral opposition to the calendar, or pretending that it was totally harmless. The problem is, this is why Republicans have a hard time winning elections, is because, when you talk about conservatism, some people believe that when you are a conservative, then you must also be Christian or Catholic, religious conservative. And that's not the case. There are plenty of people who vote conservative who don't go to church every day, who aren't like super hardcore religious. I voted conservative or Republican in the last election. I'm not super religious. But because of they had a full week of being upset over this stupid calendar. Okay. A $25 calendar that a whole $2.50 went to Riley Gaines for. Okay, but again, you buy the calendar, it's fine. Look, I sell coffee. I don't think that, I think it's cringe if you're like, buy this coffee. That's why I don't do buy the coffee to own the libs or whatever. But some people make their money a certain way. That's fine. Grift on. I don't have any problem with the grift. All right. So a calendar comes out, and conservatives, Bryson Gray released a rap song about it. I don't want to name drop all these women, because I do think that the women in the conservative space do get unwanted, unfair comments about their looks all the time. But some of these women are also constantly engaging in it and stoking the flames and then pretending that they're the victims. That's not what this is about. So everyone's talking about this stupid ass calendar all week long, right? And again, I want to point out that most of these women didn't insert themselves in this conversation. Some people calling it like demonic, all this. It's not demonic, okay? It was a very milquetoast calendar meant to enrich the guy that made it, whatever his name. It was meant to make him a bunch of money and then give a tiny portion of that money to Riley Gaines. It's the oldest grift in the book. A portion of profits go to charity, all right? But again, at the end of the day, who cares? It's not any more spicy than any calendar you would have seen in any mechanic shop. So when that went away, suddenly everyone dug up this video from this individual here, who I don't even know who it is. Isabella Maria DeLuca. Okay. It's launching last week. It was Calendar Gate. And now apparently it's Cake Gate. And fellas, you stupid idiots. I love you. I love you so deeply. But these women are playing you again. Okay. Like, a woman is allowed to upload a video baking a cake to the internet without everyone calling her a whore. Okay? That's fine. All right? I agree with that. And I think that some women in this space, you know, I've seen the comments that people get. All right? And it's not always wanted. It's not always needed. But for some reason, people are losing their minds over this video. Now, I wonder why. I'm going to turn off the music because I'm sure it's... I mean, like, I apparently she's baking something. I don't know what. Apparently she's baking something. You wouldn't know that because it's not even, it's in the frame for 1 second of the whole video. All right. Oh wait, there's another frame. Okay. Now, I'm going to be the, you know, I'm going to be the reality person here. Okay. It's a good pause phrase. All right. Two things can be true at once. All right. One, a woman is allowed to be attractive without being called a whore. A woman is allowed to have big boobs without being called a whore, okay? Just because you have a big chest, that doesn't mean that you're automatically some kind of terrible person or whatever the case may be, okay? I mean, what are you supposed to do with those things? You know, my wife is blessed, her cup overfloweth, we'll say. And, you know, I think that that's fine. And I don't think that she should be allowed to make this video all she wants, okay? On the other hand, okay? So ladies, I defended you, right? And I meant every word I said. She's entitled to dress how she wants and make a cake or whatever. But let me tell you something. This video is framed in a way that she knows will maximize her views. Don't act like, I mean, if you frame this up, look at all this dead space up. This is how I know, okay? As somebody who, you know, films videos, right? Look at all this dead space above her head, okay? Right? You've got, I don't know, 20% of the screen is framed above her head. Now she might say, "Oh my God, I'm not a famous camera person." Please, okay? Please. It is literally filmed so her gigantic mommy milkers are right on the screen at literally every frame of the video. Every frame of a video, her boobs are bursting into your living room. Okay? Girls are allowed to understand that boobs get better click-through rates. I mean, the cake, this is what I'm saying, okay? Look at all this wasted space up here. All right? Look at all this space up here. And then look at the cake is cut off at the bottom. If she would just tilt the camera down a little bit, you would actually see the cake and nobody would be making fun of her. Do you get what I'm saying? She filmed her boobs, not the cake. That's obvious. All right? Obvious. Because if you were, I mean, the cake isn't even in the freaking frame. Right? I'm just covering both points. All right? My point is that this is a complete nothing burger that the conservative part of Twitter has picked up and started melting down about. Look, I'm going to put her, I mean, she's a very beautiful looking woman. I put any chance I could put a beautiful woman in my thumbnails, I do it. Anytime I can have big sweater milk trucks in my thumbnails, I do it because they get clicks, okay? Both things can be true at once. She can be fully aware of what will get her views, and it can also be okay. This video has 9.1 million impressions because people are losing their damn minds about it. You see Lauren Chen, people wouldn't be saying a thing about this vid being inappropriate if your boobs were small. Let's be real. That's their problem, not yours. You're in a t-shirt. You look great. I agree. But let's not pretend that she didn't perfectly frame this. I mean, come on. She perfectly... You're baking the video. You're baking a cake. You don't even have the cake in frame. All right? I am sharing the grift secrets with you. She knows exactly what she's doing, and that's okay. All right? That's 100% okay. Brittany Venti, saw some reactions to this. Big chest of women getting shamed for literally existing. Double standard. Again, are there some weird woman haters, stuff like that, weirdos like this that say Islam fixes this? Look, I don't know who this woman is. My guess is if she makes videos like this, she purposely, by the way, she makes a thumbnail. In order to pick the thumbnail, you have to. So if you want the right thumbnail on a Twitter video, you export a single frame from inside the video and you put it at the front. So she picked this thumbnail. Okay, so she picked this thumbnail. She knows exactly what she's doing. She looks, I mean, she's a beautiful woman. She's using it to her advantage. There's 100% nothing wrong with this. But look at all this, like, all of this outrage is just making her more popular. And this exact same thing that other woman did. Her timeline is, look at this, a video from months ago. And no, the cake is not in the shot. And like, I don't even get it, but it's like these women are using the grift is so obvious. Look at this, non-stop tweets from this person about it. These are the type of pictures that they post anyway. These are all her. I mean, so what? If I look like that and I was a chick, I'd dress like that all the time. This is the biggest nothing burger since the stupid calendar last week, and they're both set up to extract money from you. All right? Take a look at those nice sweater puppies, enjoy them, and move on with your day. If you want to spend $25 plus shipping to own the libs on a calendar, go ahead. But understand that it was created to make someone else rich, not to fight the libs, not to help Riley Gaines, okay? Absolutely ridiculous nothing burger. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you leave a like on it. We'll talk to you again real soon.